Hello, everyone. My name is Morgan Potter, and today I will be sharing my prevention strategy presentation with you. Let's get started. The strategy I chose for this week is positive praise. The purpose of this strategy is to focus our attention towards appropriate behaviors and reinforce desired behaviors, which communicates to the children what is expected of them. This is something I'm really passionate about, so I'm very excited to share more details with you. Let's move forward. So, steps of implementing this strategy. First, you will identify behaviors you are wanting to increase. The article shared within this module discussing how to use behavior specific praise said to identify behaviors you're wanting to decrease and then identify the opposite of that. But for me, in my brain, it's easier to just focus on what I'm wanting to increase. So, for example, the way that they lined it up, you would identify you no longer want kids to hit each other, and the opposite of that is keeping their hands on their own body. Whereas I like to just focus on the behaviors I'm looking for, so I would be wanting the behaviors to keeping their hands on their own body to increase. Step number 2, we should be on the lookout for those behaviors. So instead of just reacting to the behaviors that are undesired, we should go out of our way to be looking for the desired behaviors. In this example I'm sharing right now, it would be I'm looking for kids who have their hands on their own body or have their hands on their own toy. And then step 3 is giving behavior specific praise of what the child is doing. So rather than just saying, "Great job, Jimmy," you're saying, "I love that your hands are on your own body. Way to go." Or, "Nice job keeping your hands on your toy right now." Or maybe even a high five. But the behavior specific praise is stating what they are doing, and the action that you are reinforcing is the desired behavior. A couple more examples of this would be some behaviors that we might be desiring to see more of in the classroom would be sharing with peers, and behavior specific verbal praise for that would be "Great job sharing." Another behavior we may want to see in the classroom would be walking throughout transitions, and this I find really helpful when we're focusing on what kids are doing well in line, like "Great job walking in the line," or "I like that you have your hands to yourself," because then the kids in line are wanting to receive that attention and that reinforcement, so they're more likely to engage in the desired behaviors. Additionally, in the home, we may be desiring for the whole family to eat at the dinner table or for the child to sit down while they're eating. And in this, it would be "Thanks for sitting with us," or "Thank you for sitting in your chair. That's how we stay safe so we don't choke." Things like that. So, very specific to the behavior we're desiring to increase. And lastly, if we are having a hard time, maybe something we're focusing on is brushing our teeth the first time we ask them, because for some kids, this isn't the most exciting part of being at home. And so when we see that they're coming the first time they're asked, "Good job coming with me to get your teeth brushed," or maybe we make it even more fun because they came the first time we're asking. Just being really specific about what we liked that they did. So coming with me, or even coming the first time I asked you, "Great job." I used the strategy tool. It's the last resource in this slide, but I also was looking up videos on YouTube and different articles. The classroom checkup article is the article from this module labeled "Using Behavior Specific Praise," I believe. And then the videos, the first video was I really enjoyed seeing examples and non-examples mentioned so that we can also have an idea in our head of what we should not be doing if we're wanting to increase behaviors. And then the building connections with behavior specific praise took a very unique twist to this that I had not previously considered, really highlighting that this can also build connections and relationships with our students by focusing on the good that they're doing. So that takes me into, oh, sorry. Let me go back. So something I took from that would be if we are thinking about how we feel when someone is nitpicking everything we're doing wrong, our likelihood of wanting to engage with that person is probably not going to be high. But if somebody's constantly pointing out all the things that they love about us or the things that make them excited about us or happy or whatever, then we're more likely to want to engage with them. So if we're trying to develop a relationship with our students, using behavior specific praise and focusing on the good that they're doing is really going to help those behaviors increase while also benefiting the relationship that they have with us. An interactive activity that was also mentioned within that video would be filling one jar with paper clips or some sort of item that you have lying around in your classroom. And then when you catch yourself or your teammates giving behavior specific praise, you could move one of the paper clips or items from jar 1 to jar 2 and then give yourself kind of a reinforcement once that jar is filled. I really like this idea because it's just motivating you to be more aware of how often you're giving behavior specific praise and maybe adding a little extra motivation by having coffees or donuts or maybe shouting out your teammate on an email to really encourage you all to start practicing behavior specific praise to benefit the relationship and motivation of your children. And these are the references I used throughout this slideshow. Thank you so much for listening. I can't wait to hear your strategies. Have a good night.